all. How the devil are we? Hope everyone's well and good. Hope we're fine. Hope we've enjoyed football from yesterday. It's all started, hasn't it? We're all going very well. Let's get my mornings out to start off with. Morning, Matthew, Carlos, Adrian, Craig. How the devil are everyone? Amanda, Lisa, hope you're well. Phil, boss, isn't watching me. I've got to be good today. I've got to make this look pretty damn good. Anthony, Maz, Stephen, Mark, hello, Dave, how the devil are you? Mark, how you doing? Stephen, they're all coming on. They're all making good time to come and see me. Sean, how the devil are you? Dawn. Right, I've put a link in there if you want to come and have a chat. If anyone wants to come and have a chat with me. Let's all go and party in Alcudia Beach. Not quite yet, but we'll soon be there. Mirko, my Dutch fox, happy Father's Day to you. Morning, Alex. Hope you're well. Been a while. Hope you're all good. Morning, Anthony. Watching on YouTube. Hope you're good. Chappie's here as well. They all like me. Hashtag. Hello, hashtag. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Chappie, Mr. Fixer. Yes, Mr. Fixer. We'll talk about the shows earlier. Later on. Sorry. I'm still half asleep. Right. So we shall get on with the show. What do people think on yesterday's game? To be honest, as the title says, welcome to the Foxes Aftermath Show. Let's talk Watford. What do people think? What are the views on the games? How do you think it went for people? Was it good? I was actually quite pleased. You can come on, Ross, if you wanted to. I was quite happy with the point. I know it felt like a defeat to start off with, straight after the game, but I was quite happy with the draw, to be honest. A 1-0. When we scored, though, and made it 1-0, I thought, yeah, we've got this. But then all of a sudden, they scored. But I think a draw is a fair result. Watford was a tough place to go, to be honest. Chappie's made a good point there. Chilwell, was he a bit hit or miss yesterday, but glad he got the goal. It was a bit of a poor display, but you've got to remember it was the first. I was going to do Chilwell later, but we'll start with Chilwell now. Ben Chilwell, like Marmite, love him or hate him. What's everyone's views on Ben Chilwell so far? Because a lot of people, it is with Ben Chilwell, he is like Marmite. Some people love him, some people hate him. Alex said, started well, then faded a bit, but allowed Watford back into the game. Some players definitely look. Yeah, I think you will find that some players will look rusty, Alex, to be honest. It was a bit disjointed, the first game. It was like we were talking about yesterday. It was between pre-season and the first or second game of the season. So it can only get better. I mean, we've got Brighton on Tuesday. Watford are a better team. Yes. Yes. I can't say who your name is because I don't know who it was. You've got to put your name and type and click the box so I can see who you are. But yes, I agree with that one. Saar was pleased with footballers, but yes, it was a bit ring rusty and a bit disjointed, like I said earlier. A fair draw, I think. Yes, I do think a draw was a fair result, to be honest. As Chappie said, Brighton will be interested on Tuesday, turning over Arsenal last night. Yes, turning over Arsenal. I mean, I think it's a London thing for me, really. I don't like any of the London clubs. But yeah, it'll be a good game on Tuesday night. I'm glad that Brighton won because they would have, I think they would have gone 9 unbeaten or hadn't won a game in this year so far. So it's nice for them to get that monkey off the back. Chilwell got toe-eyed by Saar. Yes, he did a little bit, didn't he, to be honest? I didn't read that one first, Adrian. We'll get rid of that one. Yeah, I thought Schmeichel, if anybody, man of the match was Schmeichel. He made some excellent saves. Chappie caught me off guard yesterday. We were talking about it. And I said Chilwell to start off with. But then when I had time to think about it, I thought Schmeichel. Schmeichel was my man of the match. All right, Tony, how are you? Dipak came up with a good point yesterday. 3 wins in 14. Need to start picking up. Yes. Yeah, the pack is closing up, unfortunately. Will Wolves get ahead of us? Don't know. But here's a very controversial thing by the boss. Need Villa to do us a favour against Chelsea. So do people? I presume we're all going. Pardon me. We're all going to be Villa fans today, are we? Wanting Chelsea to lose. That'd help and keep that 7-point gap, isn't it? It's a 7-point gap. Another one from the boss. Thought Chilwell did well. What a goal. Still not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure really, Phil. It's like I said, you either love him or you hate him. He's a bit like Marmite, to be honest. And the other one that worries me is, well, I wouldn't say Maddison was poor, Steve. I would say Tielemans was. Tielemans, I don't know what's wrong with him. He just looks slow and very off the pace, but he looked slow and off the pace even before the break we've just had of 105 days, I think it was. I know we shouldn't be reliant on other teams doing us favour, but it does help, though, Matthew. It does help. Don't forget, anybody, click the link at the top of the page, at the top of the comments for you to join the show. Get some fans on. Let's get some new fans on. Don't want the old ones on. Well, the old ones are the good ones, though. And also, let's go to yesterday's game. Back to yesterday's game. Mark Albrighton, the most underrated player. Do people agree with that? Do you think that's right? Mark Albrighton is one of the most unrated players. Because I thought he had a good game. But a lot of people said I must have been watching another game yesterday. Instead of Tielemans, yes. I would as well. Yes, I agree. Hashtag, he has. He's lost it at the moment. I think he's so slow. Morning, Heather. How the devil are you? Are you good? What's Ross saying? First game behind closed door. Now that's out of the way. We got that one out of the way. Excuse me. Sorry. There's a bit of dust about. So Tielemans didn't do anything. Yeah, his 40 million price tag has just gone out the window. Albrighton was unlucky to hit the woodwork. He did give away some cheap balls, though. But he works his socks off, though, doesn't he, Alex? He gives his 100%. I think he helps. I think it helped out JJ, really. A bit more defensive side. I tried Marmite here. Yeah, I don't like it neither. I'm the same. You either love it or you hate it. I love Albrighton. Oh, hashtag, you love Albrighton, do you? I'm glad somebody loves Albrighton. I like Albrighton. Mark Bradley agrees with me. Brilliant cross for the ball. The only problem is we haven't got a target man for him to cross. Some players don't mix it in the Prem that well. Look at he was quality out of the Prem, wasn't he? In-law was quality, but then now he just doesn't. Tielemans doesn't seem to do it, does he? Morning, Lee. How are you? He does. JJ did look good for 8 million. Was it 8 million? I didn't realise it was 8 million. I thought it was a bit less than 8 million. Is my bar open yet, David? Not yet, unfortunately. It's getting better. It's getting closer. I think we'll be open soon. Somebody from Leicester Fan TV, whoever it is. Oh, it's Tom. 8 games to go. Still in our hands. Yeah, it is. 8 games to go. 24 points. I did say we'd win 27. I said we'll get 27 out of 9. So mine's gone right out the window. So I can still get 25 points out of it. So, yeah, I agree with you there, Phil. I thought it was 4 million, but we could be wrong. You never know. Yes, Damari Gray. He looks like he was having fun yesterday. He seemed to enjoy it. So he came on. He had a few good touches. Had a couple of shots, admittedly off target, but he had a couple of decent shots on target. Attempts at goal. And then he played the wonderful ball out to Chilwell for the goal. And then Chilwell took it and he hit it. He just the cleanest shot I've seen hit for ages, and power and right into the top corner. I was quite surprised how well he hit it. Another one. We have got another Facebook user. I can't see your name. You have to click on the agree on the StreamYard. We've got some tough games left. We've got Man U, we've got Spurs, but they're the last 2 games. So hopefully, them games are out the window. sorry, them games we won't need to. They'll be out the window. We won't need to use them and get points from them. So, what's Tom got to say? He wanted the transfer. He wasn't wanted by Monaco, so perhaps we have to ask him why. I mean, but I think to be honest, Tom, I think it was a bit the same. He sort of fell off the pace there a bit, and he seems to be doing it now. He seems to be playing too many bad balls, and he's not. Last year it was fantastic, but this year, I'm not sure what's happening with him. It's just not on the pace at all. He did, didn't it? He did change the pace. I know I couldn't. 87 sub on as a Leicester player. I'm not sure whether he holds the record now as any Leicester player, but here's one for you. Watford made 5 subs yesterday. I think that changed the game. I think it disoriented Watford really, and it made Leicester. It gave Leicester the chance, and we started to play better when they made their 5 changes. And we only made 3 changes, and we played the same all the way through. So I think changing 5 subs makes a big difference to your team. I really do. And I think it didn't help them at all. It really did help them when they made all them changes. And they made them quite close together. So it made a big difference. Gray always looks good. Yes, he does. Yeah, totally agree with that one. Gray always does look as oh, here's Mr. Where is Mark Charles today? Discuss Chilwell's goal. He'll be here somewhere. He normally nips on now and again. And also, Ben Chilwell made a good point after the game. We did look fitter than them. Looks like we were fitter, but unfortunately, it weren't the thing at the end. I don't know. We just sort of turned off at the corner. We haven't got the big men in the box, have we? That we need, that we had. Like Chappie made a good point yesterday about Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire used to win quite a lot of balls in that penalty box, and we haven't quite, in height-wise and stature-wise, we haven't quite replaced him. Even though we've got Soyuncu, I think's massive at the back. We just need to. I don't know. We just need to get a bit. The quality of corners wasn't that good yesterday, but that might be just down to ring rust, to be honest. Hold on, wrong one. That one. Why is there a stoppage for drinks? As it was not that hot. I think it's to do with more of the health and hygiene and the cleaning and the coronavirus. Not to give them a break, just to give them to sanitize and stuff like that. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, Craig. We still need an out-and-out winger. But what kind of winger would you go for? Would you go for one like we had Stevie Linux on the show? Would you go for that on Wednesday night? Me and Tom and the Fox's Tails. Would you go for that one? Would you go for what kind of winger would you go for? What kind and how much would we be willing to pay? So I'm just reading the comments as well. Looks like VAR has disappeared. Proof they only introduced it to wind up the fans. You know what, Tony? There was a couple of instances where Chilwell handled the ball, just by accident. It bounced up. One of Schmeichel's saves. It bounced up and hit his hand. Well, I'm sure not so long ago that would have been given as a penalty. Yeah, Ian. Nobody attacks the corner, do they? And if not, they're too deep. They're trying to get too deep, and then they're not coming back across, and they can't win the ball. And it's somebody's just put about Salami, but I think I agree. If that's Tom, I'll agree that he'll never. I don't think he'll play for the club again. I'll be surprised. It's not Brendan Rodgers' way, isn't it, to play a big man up top? Unfortunately, Ross, I agree with you, but I can't see him leaving Wolves because he's just a top player in Wolves. He'll go to a big club more than a same level club. I do rate Soyuncu, but just winning the ball in the box. Soyuncu seems to goes straight onto the goalkeeper. So I agree with you. I think Mr. Massive is a far more better player, and we look better at the back with him and Evans than we did with Maguire and Evans. So yeah, I agree with you, but it's just the height in the box. We seem to have lost the height and the power and the bloke that can pick a bloke out in the box. Madison's corners weren't that good yesterday. None of the set places were that set pieces were that good. Don't hold on. What's Tom? We don't really play. No, we don't play with out and out wingers anymore, do we? We do struggle with out and out wingers. If you want to come on, don't forget, click the link at the top of the comments page, and also in the fans chat I set up. We have going. So please come and join us for a chat if you want to talk about Leicester. Was it the right team? Do you think he played the right team from the start? Because I thought we picked that team at the beginning of before the show. We picked that team, and we got it spot on. We got that team spot on. Me, Phil, and Chappie picked that team perfectly. We have masks, no masks, 2 meters, touching so many. Yeah, I know. You see, Leicester celebrated, and they're all grabbing each other. The distance. I thought they were banning the celebrations, just like literally fist pumps and stuff like that. Was it just me? Apart from the goal, Chilwell's crosses were all too. Yes, that's but not as good last night. We need another Steve Guppy. Yes, I think we need another Steve Guppy. Lost me. Anybody else? Are we still on? We're still live, aren't we? Must be you, pal. Come on, Matty. All spitting, all spitting as well. They're just, I don't know, they're just rules, and they don't seem to be taken. But yes, Adrian, I think JJ did deputise very well. I'm not sure how long Pereira's out. There was an update on him. Rogers gave an update last night about him. I didn't see that, but we'll have to see. But I think we're fine with JJ there. JJ is a good covering. Also, during the week, we had Wes Morgan and Christian Fuchs sign new deals for a new extra year, just for cover. I think that's a decent to bring the young players through. Yes, if he's fit, he was injured, wasn't he, Tony? So hopefully Pratt, if Pratt plays, I think it will be instead of Tillemans, which I think, I'm not saying he needs a break, but it just something needs to be done about Tillemans. He just seems to lose. He's not as good as he was last year. We keep talking about Tillemans all the time. Would you make any changes for the next match? If Pratt was fit, then yes, I would for Tillemans. Other than that, then yes, I think that'd be it. Just that one change. Dennis Pratt to start on Tuesday. Yes, Tom, agree with you on that. If he's fit, that's the problem. Win on Tuesday, and it will turn out to be a good point. See, Dean, I agree with you because I've always said that win your home games, draw your away games. 4 points, 4 points from them 2 games. It's championship winning form. It really is. You get 4 points from every 2 games. That's quality stuff, that is. I think when Pratt is fit, Tillemans, yeah, I agree with you there. I totally agree with you there, Alex. When Pratt is fit, both Yuri and Mads blow. Yes, they do. But I thought Madison had a half decent game yesterday. Sorry, I dropped everything then. 2 seconds. There we go. All my notes. Would you start Gray? No, I wouldn't start Gray on Tuesday. Just because he came on as sub. His impact is better as a super sub than it is as a starter. I think he looked pacey. It looked good yesterday when he came on. Jamie should have scored a goal. He didn't really have many chances. He scored that one where the ball got and Chilwell put the ball across. Perfect ball across from Chilwell. And Dawson cleared it. But he didn't have many chances. And then they had won the curler. But he didn't have many chances at all, to be honest. I'm not sure, Rob, to be honest. There was an update last night. But I don't honestly know how much longer he's out for. They did say November, didn't they? So hopefully he'll be back. Maybe he's back in training, isn't he? If he plays, if Dunks plays, but he should play. Hold on. Yeah, Alex, but when's he going to be back though? Will he be back November time, or we're just not sure, to be honest. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but I don't think you won't. Definitely won't see him this season. That's for certain. Quite a few teams. I think you'll find this behind closed doors. You'll see a lot more away teams winning because they haven't got the pressure. When you used to go and play away, you used to have 80% of the ground against you, and there used to be pressure on you and pressure on you, and the abuse they used to get. But now there's no pressure on them, is there? There's absolutely no pressure on the away team. They just play as normal because they haven't got the fans getting on the backs, and they know the home crowd isn't going to be able to get on the home team side because there's no noise. So if something goes wrong, then there's going to be no fans booing them or cheering them. So I think you'll see a lot more away wins. I think in the Bundesliga, there's more away wins than normal. I think I'm not sure how many games it is. I think it's about 130 games they've played already. And it's over 50% of the games, well over 50%. I think it's nearer 60% are away wins, which is a lot of away wins. You never used to get that many away wins, but I think you'll see some strange results coming up this time. The bottom line, it's great. Yes, it is, Dean. Totally agree. It's great to see them back watching. I was over the moon, just sitting there, able to watch them. It was great. Absolutely fantastic. It's a bit strange watching them, but yes, it was good. FA Cup this time next week. Do we need to focus on the FA Cup? Or do we concentrate on the Champions League? Because knowing our luck, it'll be Sod's Law that we'll get to the cup final, and there won't be any. We won't be able to go and watch it. There's a rumor going around there'll be 10,000 each group, each team will be able to get 10,000 tickets. So you never know. We might get there. Here's one for you. Looking as though Norwich and Bournemouth will be the two of the relegated teams. They are both poor, but we lost to Norwich, didn't we? We lost to Norwich 1-0, and we've got to play Bournemouth away. So Bournemouth will be a tricky game. They're not going to, unless they're down. But when somebody goes down already, normally they don't give a damn and they just keep playing pretty well. Would you play? Oh, hold on, wrong one. Sorry. Would you play Hamza Tuesday night if Pratt is not fit instead of Yuri? He's got a good touch. You could do that if Pratt's not fit. If Pratt's not fit, you could play him in there. But then you've got Wilf and Hamza there. That's playing two central defender midfielders. But Hamza wouldn't play as a central defender, or would they bring Wilf up a bit further? Yes, Postal and Gallup. Cannot wait to hear that myself, to be honest. Looking forward to hearing that. Here's Alex. She's from Norwich. She can tell us. She knows everything about Norwich, does Alex, because that's where she's from, even though she's a big Leicester fan. They have a couple of good players. Will be good to pick off. Yeah, a lot of the teams that get relegated have a couple of decent players that teams seem to go for. Yeah, we've got to just patiently. Like I said yesterday, very rarely Leicester start playing until 60, 70 minutes because it's patiently building up, and getting pressure and pressure. And it was the same yesterday. You just got to be patient with Leicester, to be honest. We need to focus on every game at the business end of this. Yes, we are. Definitely, Andy. We definitely need to. It's literally take one game at a time. That's what we've got to be. One game at a time. But yeah, so that's a quick chat about everything Leicester and yesterday's game, which I think overall, I think it was a good point to have to get against a tough Watford side that are battling to stave off relegation with Nigel Pearson. Nigel Pearson and Shaky know Leicester inside out over the last few years. So it's been good. It has been good the last few years, what we've been doing. But they know what we've had. They know what we've got, to be honest. So they did well. They were packing their defence. They had 11 men behind the ball. And Watford, I wouldn't say played us their own game, but they knew how to nullify us. So I think we did well to come away with a point. So in all, even though it felt like a loss, a point was a good point. Cantwell from Norwich would be a good fit for us. Yes, I think Cantwell would be a good player. He's quite a good player, isn't he? And also, yeah, Adrian, totally agree. But at home, you could play Wilf as more of attacking. He can put a tackle in and he can have a shot. So yeah. So I do agree with you on there. Every formation, every team we play is different. Last one. We want Champions League, we should be beating team. Andy, we had this yesterday. Like I said, yeah, I agree with you. We should be beating teams like Watford, but it's not as easy as beating teams like Watford. They're battling for their lives. Liverpool got stuffed 3-0 by them. They'd been unbeaten all season, and Liverpool lost to them 3-0. It's not that easy. It's not that easy to go and beat a team like Watford. So all these comments about if we can't beat Watford, we don't deserve the Champions League. The Premier League is tough. It's so tough. I think we need to put. I think we need to put Jamie. Put him on the bench last night. God knows, Jamie Vardy or me. I don't know which one you're on about. Well, you can go out. You can. No, I'm not going on. I'm not saying anything on that one, Steve. But I agree with you there. But yeah, so cheers, Stephen. Thank you. Who's this? Oh, the counsellor. Hello, counsellor. Yes, he was looking sharp. It's critical. Yeah, he is. He's very critical to getting into it. He made that. He had a bit of a dodgy first touch on one of their chances, but he did well. He did well. Right, that is me done. Good question. That's one. I will leave that one on that one. Anyone can beat anyone in the Prem, especially behind these closed doors at the minute. Right, I'm going to go. Just a few bits of housekeeping first to tell you. First, Monday night, Fan Zone, 7:30 with Phil and Tom, with two different Brighton fan zones, fan groups on the Fan Zone tomorrow, Monday night. And then we've got the pre-show, like we did this week, like we did yesterday, against Brighton. So we'll be on the air about an hour, 10 minutes before to give you the live team news. And then on Wednesday, we've got the Fox's Tales in Tom's shed, summer house, whatever you want to call it. It's in his back garden. It's his shed, summer house, his office, whatever you want to call it. So the Fox's Tales with Phil G on Wednesday night. Also, the shirt competition, the 12 questions. Please enter to win a shirt, to win a free shirt. That's all you got to do. Answer 12 questions to win a shirt. Get as many as you can right. Put in a hat, and yes, Sean, but not now because the link was at the top of the page. It's now. I'm just leaving now. Unfortunately, there was a link at the top of the page. So next week you can come on. I'll send you a message, and you can come on and have a chat with us. Also, we've got the video predicting league between the fans, the content team, and the ex-players. Have a little go yourself. So far, the fans are winning. They've got 8 points, and the ex-players and the content team have got 4 points each. So the fans are above. So keep a watch out for these videos. And if you want to join in on the fans predictor league, just let me know, and I'll add you to the list. There's a few on the list already, and a few more games we need predicted. So please let us know if you want to join in. So I'm going to go. So it's ciao, ciao, adios, goodbye. Top of the morning to you. Hope you're all well, and we shall see you next week. Bye-bye now.